Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please do subscribe, join the family, and also feel free to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter and all that good as well. But today we are doing a full face testing video. Now some of these products I have used and you know my opinions on them, and some of them I haven't ever tried. So I'm excited to bring you a full face of Huda Beauty. We have everything from foundations to the new Retrograde palette, which is so stunning. Oh my gosh. Oh, from the new, oh sugar. No! I've just digged my nail. I've just dug my nail into one of the colours. Oh, I hate it when that happens. So yeah, we have everything. We have the setting spray, the powder, the concealers, you know what Huda does. She does everything, nearly. Not brow stuff and not powder contours, I have to say. But we do have some contour products here. So let's get straight into it. Yeah, but we do have something to contour with, and I'm gonna be using none other than the Huda Beauty Face Buff and Blend brush, which I already know that I love because I use this for my foundations already. I'm going to dive straight in with the foundation in the shades Amaretti and Cheesecake. I think I'm a mixture between these two, to be honest, but I've not used this foundation in the longest time. I can't actually remember if I like it or not, which is a weird thing to say, but my skin, yeah, that looks like it's going to be nice. My skin sometimes changes, and then the next time I put on a foundation I'm like, what on earth, how did I ever like this? And I remember putting this on when I got back from a holiday last year and thinking, wow, it's very full coverage. I actually did like a wear test and everything for a YouTube video a couple of years ago, I think, but oh my gosh, the smell is so strong. It's a little bit orange for me at the moment, but we're gonna neutralize it with a concealer, do not worry. I remember it being very full coverage and like, I don't want to say cakey, but like it was matte, like beyond matte. Oh, and I have primed my skin with the Huda Beauty Matte Perfection primer as well. I should have told you that, which I know that I do like that. I'll tell you what, putting on this foundation is making me realise how much I need a tan. I mean, I just prefer it when I've actually looked at the sun and I have a few more freckles and my skin is a little bit sun-kissed and I just feel a bit healthier. When I look slightly paler than usual, it just doesn't suit me. I'm gonna have to put this on my hands too, because look how pale they are. I mean, look at the difference between that. We've got like a slightly warmer hand and a slightly ghosty hand. Right, that's a bit better. I know I said I was gonna use a bit of Cheesecake, but I think I'm gonna move straight on to concealer. So I'm gonna use the shade Nugget, I don't know, however you say it. I've always said Nugget, but that's wrong. I'm sure it's wrong. Let me zoom you in, actually, you're a bit far away. So what I love about this concealer is that it's so full coverage, but that's also what I am scared about with this concealer. So from my experience, this concealer is very full coverage and thick, so a little bit goes a long way. I might actually use a little blender for this, actually. I don't know if this is a Huda or another brand, but I'm gonna use a blender to brighten all the places that I want with the concealer. I mean, wow, that is some seriously strong concealer. And I tried to leave a little bit of space for the concealer because I didn't want the foundation and concealer to build up on each other, so I didn't really go too heavily with foundation in that area, so I'm gonna let the concealer do all the work under the eyes. Do you see what I mean now about like balancing out my skin tone? So it was a bit orange, but we're gonna get to a good place, don't worry guys. I'm just gonna paint some of this concealer on the sponge and move on to my other under eye. Just brightens so much. Wow. So the look I'm going for today is going to be something, I want to look really snatched and contoured and bronzed and glowy. And then I'm thinking we do like a little minty warm eye, like a golden nude eye with a pop of mint or turquoise, because these colours are just gorgeous, aren't they? So I'm excited to get to the eye part. I always take the longest on my skin. So obviously you guys will know, if you've been following me for a while, what Huda products that I've used. Love the liquid lipsticks. I tried the lipsticks for the first time the other day as well, the bullet ones, which I do love those as well. I might do a proper swatch video of all of the colours because I've only tried 2 colours and they're so beautiful. But I've never actually tried a combination of all of Huda's products together. Like, I've never done her foundation with her powders or her concealer with her foundations or her everything together basically. So I'm excited to see how it turns out. So we're moving on to contour now. One of my favourite parts. So this is the new Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream product. And this is the shade Fair. One thing I noticed, wow, and that's quite dark. One thing I did notice about this whole range is that it starts very dark. This is the lightest one I think they do currently, which is really dark already. And then the light one, the shade Light, I'll show you the difference, is a little bit richer. So you can see the difference between Fair and Light. It's weird calling these colours Fair and Light because they're so not fair and light. Okay, let's go in with Fair because it looks a little bit more catered to my skin tone, I'd say. How are we going to do this? Okay, so how I'm going to apply this is just, I'm going to take a little dip of my beauty blender. Yep, that works. And just blend it on. Not that this is a beauty blender, I don't know what brand this is. That is really nice actually. Oh, these are nice. These blend beautifully. Okay, let's move on to baking. So we have the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Pound Cake. And I think that's about the right shade. All the products like have the same smell. I can't really describe it. It's like it's a bit soapy. It's like a cream, like a moisturising cream smell. Like my Laura Mercier powders, even though they do the job, they're not too thick. Actually, this isn't as thick as I remembered. Oh, I think I'm thinking of the Fenty Beauty ones. They're very thick. So I'm gonna go under my eyes, into my laughter lines, onto my chin, anywhere that you tend to crack, crease or become oily. So brows are done. By the way, I've done a video on how I've got this brow kind of feathered effect, and I did this new technique. It's like a new trend called brow lamination, where you straighten your brows and you perm them in the position that you want them to be in. So yeah, go and check that out if you want to know how I achieved this kind of new brow look that I'm going to be rocking for the foreseeable future. But let's move on to the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. The colours are just so beautiful. Let's figure out what we're going to do. I've got a few brushes here that Huda actually sent me, so I'll be using these to kind of create the look with, what have we got here? Eyes Pack and Buff, Eyes Sparkle and Shine. Oh, that's good. So she includes like a little a sponge applicator for the sparkle shades. And then we have a blend. Contour and blend. Okay, let's start with the shade Utopia, just to create a nice little pop of warmth in that crease. Yeah, that's building up nicely. So I'm now using the shade Karma. The first shade was Utopia. Karma is gorgeous, builds beautifully. I'm gonna use it a little bit in the inner socket too. Let's use a little bit of Hot Mess as well. Getting darker. Maybe we can do like the teal as a spotlight in the middle and the mint in the inner corner, and then maybe like purple underneath the eye. Oh, the ultraviolet's a gorgeous shade as well. Okay, should we go straight in with that teal shade? Ah, okay. I'm gonna use the little spongy applicator. Ooh. Sometimes fingers are just better than brushes. Yeah, it's definitely come out darker than I thought and more blue. I wonder what it would be like if I use a little bit of like the purple. Ooh. Just gonna build up the dark shade on the outside because I feel like it's a nice transition. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, I really can't decide. Oh, let's go for it. Let's use that haze shade because I'm dying to use that clearly. Just literally using a smidge of the concealer. Wow. I feel like I've truly utilised this palette. I'm really happy with that so far. I'm just going to even out the other eye and then we'll come back and do eyeliner and lashes. I'm pretty pleased how these eyes have come out. Just need to add a bit of eyeliner. So I have the new Huda Beauty Lifeliner, and on one side you have, on one side you have liquid eyeliner, and it's supposed to be a 48-hour stay, which is crazy. And the other side you have a kohl pencil liner. So what one should we use? Let's go in with the liquid liner because I do love a good liquid liner. Very thick, I will say that. It's nice though. Maybe it needs to be thick to stay on for 48 hours. I don't know. I'm just dusting away all of that powder and wow, My face is literally looks airbrushed. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in, this is the gold one I think. And I'm just gonna use a mixture of Seychelles and Zanzibar, because Zanzibar will add a bit of a peachy blush glow. Seychelles will pop my cheekbones. So gorgeous. I'm so in love with how this is turning out. I'm gonna use the shade Joyride from her matte lipstick collection. This looks like the perfect nude to complement this eye. Ooh, I'm in love. Right, so this is the final look. I can't wait to give it a bit of a wear test tonight. I will check back in at the end of the night to let you know how it wore, but I mean, the final look is flawless. I'm actually obsessed with the palette, obsessed with everything base-wise, the glow, the lips. Full face of Huda. Who'd have thought that it would be this flawless? Like, all of her products are definitely made to complement each other gorgeously. So I'm excited to go out for drinks with my friends now and celebrate, and I'll check back in at the end of the night and let you know what my face is looking like. That's my cue. Okay, see you later. Mwah. Hey guys, so I just got home from what was such a lovely evening. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. And I wanted to check back in with the makeup because I got loads of compliments tonight on my makeup. I'm a little bit shiny now. It's lasted really well. Looks like it's rubbed off a little bit on my cheek. That might be from where I'm like kissing people on the cheek or something. But overall, the makeup has lasted so well. It's not gone funny on my skin. My skin looks hydrated still. Let me zoom you right in. I did put some little corner lashes on when I was on the train on my way, and I just intensified the inner corner a little bit too. I applied a little bit more lipstick about maybe an hour ago with a bit of gloss, but I knew that the lipstick wouldn't last very long anyway with drinking and eating and everything, but the overall makeup look has just stayed on flawlessly. So I have to say it's been a success, a full face of Huda Beauty, and I'm absolutely chuffed with the results. I will definitely be reaching for this combination a little bit more often. I am a bit sad that it's kind of smudged around my cheek areas, but I'm not sure. I kind of feel like that might have happened with any makeup really, if I'm obviously touching my face or it's been a long night and I'm greeting people, etc. But I'm all cozy now, ready for bed. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do give it a thumbs up and also give me a comment below. Let me know what other looks or trials you want me to do. I have to say I'm absolutely loving this Mercury Retrograde palette. Oh, on my eyes. I can't wait to experiment with a few other looks as well with the colours in that palette. I'll leave the links to all of the products I used in the description box below. But yeah, I hope you loved watching this as much as I loved filming it, and I'll see you on the next one, my beauties. Love you lots. Mwah. Bye.